everybody, Gay here, and that is a theme song to probably one of the best television shows ever, The Waltons. I love The Waltons. I love Little House on the Prairie, but I love The Waltons. And I'm hoping that Miss Mary McDonough gets to see this, because I was going to tell everybody how I knew Ellen Corby. I used to clean people's houses, and I was cleaning the house of this woman named Heidi, and she was neighbors with Ellen. And Ellen had lived with this woman named Stella. And Stella needed somebody to help her do errands and clean her house. So I said, of course, because I always want to help elderly people as much as I can, because one day we're going to be old and we're going to need some help. And so I was helping Stella clean her house, and she told me Ellen Corby lived there and asked me if I knew who Ellen Corby was. I'm like, do I know who Ellen Corby is? 1948 Best Supporting Actress nominee, I Remember Mama, for which she won the Golden Globe, and she should have won the Oscar but lost to Claire Trevor. Won 3 Emmy Awards as Grandma Walton, was in one of my favorite movies, It's a Wonderful Life, where she was the little old lady who took only a little bit of money out at the very end from James Stewart. But anyway, I met Ellen and Stella, and I would clean their house, I would take them shopping, I would take them to doctor's appointments, I would do whatever they needed, because it was hard for Stella to get around with Ellen, who suffered a very bad stroke in 1976, which left her speechless, and partially I believe it was her right side, she lost mobility in. So can you imagine? I often look at her in amazement when I go to her house, and to think that here's this woman who could no longer speak. She could say, good, and I know, and damn it. Because she said damn it to me a lot. But always lovingly, I will say that, always lovingly. She was a very good woman, a kind lady, and let me tell you, sharp as a tack. And I often thought, can you imagine having a stroke and not being able to talk? And that was your life. She was an actress. To not be able to speak, but she went back to that Waltons on her first episode back, you old fool, and got nominated again for an Emmy. She should have won. But anyway, I was really lucky that Ellen gave me a couple pictures that I treasure, treasure, treasure. I hope this gets in the shot, everybody. Here's a picture of Ellen when I believe she says she was a script girl or a timekeeper. She gave me this picture on March 30th, 1996. And here's Ellen Corby, and she's standing next to Laurel and Hardy, and she's got what she told me was a little watch, a stopwatch she wore for the timing of the script around her neck right here. So this is actually a really cool picture, really cool picture. I mean, because these are legends right here. Anyone wants to be an actress, you should watch everything Ellen Corby ever did. That woman could act. The woman was a fantastic actress. And here's another picture she gave me, and this picture I treasure, because it's a picture of her with Beulah Bondi, and Beulah Bondi was another, they were both in It's a Wonderful Life together. She gave me this picture, Ellen wrote on it, to a beautiful person, Stella, and they both gave me this picture because they could not believe, Stella couldn't believe that I knew who Beulah Bondi was, and I'm like, come on, nominated for an Oscar, I believe 2, The Gorgeous Hussy. The Gorgeous Hussy and something else. I want to say 2. She might have been only nominated for 1. But Beulah Bondi won an Emmy for being on the Waltons. I know that's a really great, cool, great picture. And that's what I have. So Mary McDonough, I feel like I know you. In Ellen's house, in her bedroom, she had pictures of all the Waltons and all the kids, and her pictures with Jimmy Stewart and Doris Day and Joan Crawford. She had cards from Joan Crawford in her house to Ellen. Love you dearly. Love Joan, in this beautiful handwriting. And I'm sitting there holding a card that Joan Crawford actually held and wrote and mailed to Ellen. And for all of you who know Joan Crawford, she wrote every note. She didn't have other people do it. She wrote every note. And another thing that Ellen Corby said to me, well, I had to say, she said to me through Stella. Stella could read, could speak for Ellen like no one's business. Knew what Ellen was thinking, knew what Ellen wanted to say, and that Stella is a champion for what she did for Ellen. I mean, I always said, Ellen, Stella, you're an old lady taking care of an old lady. And she goes, I am. And God bless Stella Lucetta. But she was telling me a story about Joan Crawford, about how we all think of Joan Crawford as Mommy Dearest. What we don't have is that when Joan Crawford died, that book came out, so Joan Crawford could never, ever, ever really defend herself as to what really happened. So all we got is Faye Dunaway, no wire hires! And Ellen said that was, a lot of that was fictional and not true. So, it's kind of sad to see what happened to Joan Crawford's awesome legacy, but Joan got a lot of movies for Ellen, helped her get in. Check out Harriet Craig. Ellen and Joan are together. Needless to say, Ellen Corby was awesome! And I think what is that popping noise? Anyway, I love the Waltons. Season 1, I think, is my absolute favorite year of the Waltons. There's something just down-home, family-oriented togetherness. And I always love the fact that Michael Lerner's name was Michael. Because I'm Michael. Anyway, here we go. There's Ellen right there. Will Gear. Anyway, that's a special edition of Gay Today. Gay is out. Hey, Mary McDonough!